everybody. Today we are going to unbox and we're going to take a quick look inside this Lenovo IdeaCentre 3 desktop computer. Got it from Best Buy as an open box, so I saved a few extra dollars there. So it looks like we have a keyboard right here. So we are going to unwrap that later. Let's pull out the computer. So it did come with a 90-watt power brick. To me, that's kind of interesting because most laptops I have are like 65 watts, and then this desktop is 90 watts. So I don't know, it seems a little underpowered to me in terms of power consumption, but like I said, we are going to take a look inside this computer. So it is, well, technically they say it's color silver, but to me it looks more like machine gray. In the description they say it's silver, but... And here's the keyboard. So it's an official Lenovo keyboard. It's going to be our very first basic Lenovo keyboard. And a basic Lenovo mouse. So that's pretty nice. And here's what came in the box. You got your desktop, the power brick, a mouse and a keyboard, the setup guide, and the warranty information. So far so good. And here's what we have in the front of the computer. You got your couple of USB 3.2s, two USB 2.0s, headphone and microphone jack. You got your card reader, a DVD drive, and your power button. So let's move on to the back. On the back you have the power port for the power adapter, 4 USB 2.0s, an Ethernet port, HDMI, VGA, and an audio out port. So now let us do a boot up time test. So if I remember correctly, this came with a 7200 RPM 1TB hard drive. I'm going to put up the read and write speed test later. So for the boot up time test, I'm going to have to fast forward, but I clocked it at 1 minute and 4 seconds to completely boot up. And for the DVD drive, you will have to pull it out and push it back in. So it's not fully automatic. And it's time for our dual monitor test. So it does have a VGA and HDMI out port. So it does work. You can do dual monitors. On the left is HDMI, on the right is VGA. Next, we are going to do a 4K TV budget output test. So here's my budget TV here. I'm going to plug in the HDMI, and it will show up as full screen. And the resolution, it actually allows you to go up to 4096 by 2160. They recommend 3840 by 2160 in terms of 4K. But like I said, either way, it will show up on a 4K budget TV as full screen. So there won't be any black tiling. So that's pretty nice. And I'm going to grab a PH2 screwdriver here. And we're going to unscrew this one screw. And we're going to pop it open. And let's take a quick look inside this computer. So here's the back of the case cover. So here's what it looks like. It's actually a really small motherboard. I don't see a power supply in here. It's pretty tiny. I'm actually surprised. So on top, we do see our hard drive, which is a 7200 RPM Seagate. Like I said, I will put up some stats later as well for more information about it. Yeah, it's surprisingly tiny. So here's the hard drive. It's Seagate. And here is the fan and heatsink. Looks like the fan is a 9-blade Everflow. The reason why it's upside down is because that's how the fan is oriented, the label on it. And let's see what else we have. So if you were thinking of adding a graphics card to this computer, looks like it is not possible. And the RAM actually looks like laptop RAM. Here's a photo. We are going to upgrade this since we have a lot of laptop RAM in the future. And it looks like there's an M.2 slot also underneath the hard drive and underneath the optical drive. So here are the cables to the optical drive or DVD drive, and there's an M.2 SSD slot underneath it. It's on the motherboard, but let me see if I can get a good photo for you. Let's see here. Interesting. Okay, let me see if I can get a good angle for a good photo of the M.2 SSD slots. So let's see. It looks like a laptop basically inside here. It's like a laptop motherboard that they put in a desktop. That is fascinating, I have to say. So let's see. Let me see if I can get a. Here it is. So if you can see it right there, it says M.2 SSD. Here's another photo to kind of give you a better idea. It looks like we're gonna need an M.2 screw as well. So that's pretty interesting. And weight-wise, we are looking at 3.05 kilograms. And let's measure this. So it's actually pretty light. And measurement-wise, this is about 27 centimeters. So it's very compact. A lot of room in the case here, but as you can see, there's only one fan, no power supply inside. So this is 10 centimeters. And let's measure it from here. Looks like this is about 30 centimeters. Like I said, I'm going to see if I can upgrade this thing in the future. RAM for sure. The M.2, we're going to see if it's an active slot. So measurement wise over here is 27.5 centimeters. And let's go to some of the software pre-installed. You got Office. It's a trial version. You got McAfee LiveSafe. You got your Lenovo Vantage right here. You know that letter L in blue? Yep, that's Lenovo. And then you got your usual stuff, your mail, your Microsoft Store, the File Explorer, and Microsoft Edge. And I'll show you guys the control panel as well to see what other software has been installed. But you know, I think this computer was wiped before from what I can tell. So here's the keyboard and mouse again. Just your basic Lenovo keyboard. So it does not have backlit LEDs, just letting you know. No backlit on these. But nevertheless, they're pretty nice. So the CPU is a Silver 3050U with Radeon graphics. Here are the read and write speed of our hard drive. So not too fast. We're going to upgrade that as well. We got our GPU here. So Vega 2 graphics. That is interesting. So the capacity of the hard drive is 932 gigabytes. RAM is 4 gigabytes at 2400 megahertz. And here's the hard drive info. And here is the control panel. And here are the network adapters. So Bluetooth, it's supposed to come with Bluetooth 5.0, but I don't see that here in the drivers. And here's the USB drivers. And here's the display adapter. So it does have built-in Wi-Fi, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. And for the DVD drive, it is a PLDS. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Take it easy.